The amount of questions that I get about Roblox is insane. It's crazy. And one of my most watched videos on this channel is like 53,000 views by this point is Roblox safe for your kids? And the quick answer is it really depends on how old your child is, how mature they are. Are you setting up parental controls? So in today's video, we're going to quickly go over quickly as I can, to be honest. Not too quickly, but maybe like 15, 20, 25 minutes max. That's what I'm thinking about how to protect your kids on Roblox. Like very practically, I'll give you the guides, I'll give you the tips that you need to protect your kids on this online game. So if you have friends or family members that also have kids on Roblox, then this video is for you. Join in. Let's talk about it. Let me roll the intro. Welcome to the Protect Kids Online live stream. I'm CyberFareedah. I have a background in cybersecurity awareness, threat intelligence, online gaming, and other nerdy stuff. I've taken my gaming experiences and professional background to help parents like you protect their children online. I'm known as an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 internet safety expert, and I've been in some places on the internet and beyond that you may recognize. So without further ado, let's talk. 3, 2, 1. So I found this video online on YouTube, and I thought it would be a great launching point to talk about how to protect your kids on Roblox, because there is a lot of confusion. There's a lot of conversation. I'll quickly go over what the video goes over and then exactly how to protect your kids on it. And then we'll watch the video if you just do not have time, but you can always fast forward. The main thing is a lot of parents are finding, well, not a lot of parents, but there are a lot of headlines that are saying, hey, kids are coming across inappropriate games. They're role-playing games, games that have explicit nature to them. And children are finding this, they're being traumatized, or just seeing things they should not see or participate in at that age, okay? And I see it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is absolutely insane. And when you look at the comments are like, this is horrible. You should pull your kids off the game. You should delete the game. You should burn everything. And you know what? Sometimes that absolutely is the answer. Honestly, sometimes I am team pull the plug, pull the internet, delete the app, delete the game, burn everything sometimes. Okay. Sometimes you have to have that reaction. But other times, most times, we have to figure out, okay, what's actually happening here and how do you actually protect your kids? Because there's one mother who saw something insane happen in Roblox with her child, and she took away her child's tablet. And I see this happen time and time again. She took away her child's tablet, and then she's going on her merry life thinking, fine, like my kid is no longer talking to people on Roblox. People are not reaching out to her saying, hey, like just acting like they're her same age. Her daughter's like 11 years old. This is a mom who posted something online in one of these forums, and she said she thought everything was fine because she tried to delete Roblox out of her child's tablet. It did not delete. And then so she went back and said, you know what? We're just taking the entire tablet away. Come to find out that her child was still in conversation with someone on Roblox because her child signed into Roblox on her friend's device and so was still on Roblox chatting with people. So if you have your kids on these online games, especially online games, you have to know how to protect them and where are the parental controls to protect your kids on these games. So I'm going to give you a couple of links that we're going to go over today. I'm going to put in the chat right now so that you already have it, okay? The first one is from Mozilla. I really like Mozilla. They have some really great privacy, security, and safety guides to protecting your kids. Don't worry, we will go over the guide a little bit later in our conversation today, but I at least wanted you to get it. The second one is from Common Sense Media. You may know them because they do a lot of like game reviews, TV reviews. They actually, most people don't know this, they have like influencer reviews. It's not completely up to date, but I know that their team is working on making sure it's up to date. They have some phenomenal resources. So let's just say that you're trying to find a better game for your child, and your child is 11 years old and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I have a different game that's not Roblox, that may not be an online game, that has the content restrictions that we want? There is a resource for you with Common Sense Media, and I will also put that as well. It's my absolute pleasure. I love doing this. It makes me so happy. Another thing is I have 7 safety links that you can use directly, that you can download to protect your kids online. Let me see if I have the sign up page that I have for that. I don't know where it is. Okay, I'll just put it in the chat later. But essentially, you have different ways that you can protect your kids on Roblox. The 2 things that I just put in the chat, the Mozilla link that I just put in the chat is for you. And then the second link is Common Sense Media. If you're in a position right now where you have no idea where to start and you're like, oh my God, I need something right now, go over there. And then at the end of this video, towards the end, I also will be talking about a mom support group that I just started. Oh, thank you so much. That I just started to help you protect your kids on social media and online games. Our first chat is how to protect your kids on Roblox. I'm looking to bring someone from the Roblox team to talk to you, a teen who plays Roblox, a mom who plays Roblox, and a mom who works in security and safety and has kids that play Roblox. This mom support group is for you to chat with other moms to discuss the things that are coming up in your life right now to protect basically to protect your kids online. Share resources, share tips, share challenges, share issues. What are you going through? And then it'll be led by me. Okay. If you're just familiar with me and you didn't watch the beginning of it, oh, thank you. I'm so happy that you love this. If you did not watch the beginning of this video, I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 under 30 internet safety expert working to help you protect your kids online. So I want to bring you together to talk with other moms who have kids on Roblox, who have kids on these online games, and you can have those conversations together. We'll have monthly calls, we'll have challenges, we'll have like a whole thing, a book club. I mean, also you get on the phone with me and we can talk one-on-one, like what are your particular challenges? So that website is protectyourchildsonline.com. And I will put that in the chat as well. And you can go check it out. It is going to be a private and curated group. So I had a couple of parents reach out to me like, okay, my kid is on Roblox. I want to protect them, but I don't want to have these conversations in public. Like it's just not comfortable. It also is not safe because I don't know who's there. I don't really, you know what I mean? When you're inside of my private community, the exclusive community, it's easier for us to create a safer, more curated, more private environment. So if you want to be in this environment, I'm putting the link right here. Here's a long link that's not like the protectyourchildonline.com, but if you're trying to type it out, just go to protectyourchildonline.com. If you are in the chat, just click on this link that I just joined. It says Sakuva, like the Sakuva link over there. Country Strong says, this mom has no idea about Roblox, but it's all over my kid's phone and I'm concerned about what I have seen. You absolutely should be concerned. And that's why I started this live video, because I thought, okay, I'm going to need to talk about this for a long time, because unfortunately there isn't a lot of support around this, but there is a lot of resources. So I want to shine the light on the resources that are available, the things that you can do, like you can shut off your child's chat. You can make sure they have curated experiences. So the links that I just put in the chat, the Mozilla one and the Common Sense Media one, I would do that. And I also have, I'm just going to pull this up because I wasn't planning on pulling this up, but I don't know where, I can't find it right now. But I have a free, oops. I have a free guide to help you add like the safety links on Roblox. And so I'm going to put it in the chat now once I find it. It's my internet safety resource library. So I have a free internet safety resource library that gives you like the free things that you can do to protect your kids online. Or not the free things, but free tips from me. So let me actually share my screen. So when you join the resource library, this is what you'll see. You get to the sign up page, because that's where you can get the links to protect your kids. Let me share my screen. Share my screen, not sign up. Okay, so you will get this one. Okay, so this is my resource library. Inside of my resource library, I have your unsafe parental control apps list, a gaming safety list, social media safety, safer options for your kids. So let's just say that your kids are using Roblox and you're like, I really want to have an alternative game for my kids. And you're trying to search for that. That guide, the Safer Games for Your Kids guide, is a really great place. And I'll also give you another resource to figure out a safer game for your kid. It's really, really awesome. It's from Common Sense Media, like I talked about before. So we'll talk about that in a second. The next thing is holistic internet safety tips, general internet safety, how to set up Apple parental controls. I know someone on my Instagram live asked me about that. This link that I just put will send you to the resource library page, by the way. This is what we're looking at right now. Let me just put that link up. And then the first 10 steps to protecting your kids online, and then Roblox safety links. So once you put in your name and you put in your email, you'll get an email, and then it will take you to this page. Okay. This page is a free internet safety library. And then when you scroll down, it will say Roblox safety features. And then you can click to download that. Okay. And I'm going to share this tab that I just did. And then you download the Roblox safety guide, and it will give you direct links to Roblox safety features that you can enable for your child if they are on Roblox. And this is the general features. There's the chat settings, so you can take away the chat so they're not chatting with strangers that you do not know. They're not being groomed on these games. Because remember, online games are just that. They're online. So if your kid has access to communicating with other people, then it's going to give you a world of headache and worry that you do not need, especially when they're super, super young. If they're older and they're teenagers and they're already online, and you know that, hey, like, I don't know what I can control or whatever, that's a whole different thing. There's a parental guide. So excuse me, there's account restrictions on Roblox that you can restrict certain things that are happening in their online account. And then there is the Roblox parental guide. You also, which most parents don't know, you can see what your child is doing on Roblox. So if you want to know like their chat history, their transactions, what is going on, you can see what is going on there. So this is Roblox. This directly links to Roblox, and it tells you, okay, click here for the private message history. You go to messages. You have to be logged into the account so that you can view the following histories. So it gives you every single thing. And I created this just to give you some quick links so that because people kept asking me, and I kept sending like 7 different links, and it was getting a lot. So I decided, you know what, let's just put it in one PDF and you have it there with you. What was else I was going to show you? So that is the free resource library if that's something that you want and you need, and you're like, hey, I need more support, I need more help. And then in the chat, you'll see the other links that I posted. Country Sauce says, thank you. I love to have some one-on-one chat with you somehow. Okay, so for the one-on-one chat, if you have kids that are on Roblox, and it's my pleasure. If you have kids on Roblox or online games and you're like, hey, I want a one-on-one chat, then the best way to get a one-on-one chat with me to talk about Roblox, and because the mom support group call that's coming up, I believe the tentative date is September 20th. If you're watching this and it's past September 20th, there will be a replay for the call. And then every single month, the mom support group, we will meet and we'll talk about safety. And you can always bring up Roblox again or any other game your child is playing. It's never going to be like, oh yeah, we talked about that 2 months ago. We're never going to talk about it again. No, absolutely. Come to any of the calls, come with your concerns. There will be general themes, but if something else comes up, then we will talk about that, because that is what the support you need at that moment. So if, like Country Strong, you want support from me and you want to call with me, let me share this screen. This is a Protect Kids Online membership. And this is where I give more personalized support for you. Oops, let's see. Okay, more personalized support from you. So when you join the membership, let me make this a little bit bigger because I don't know why it's so tiny. You get a call with me, the complimentary one-on-one call to assess your specific needs. So it's not just like you join this group and you have no idea what to do and where to go. You join in, you set up a call with me, I assess your needs, I give you the resources you need. The last call that I had before Labor Day weekend, we went into protecting her child's, not her child's, but the computer, the home computer, because her child was playing games on the home computer and not their own computer. I had the family computer. And so she was trying to figure out, how do you set up controls only on my child, what my child is doing, but not messing up what I have to do for work or for my life. So those type of things is what we can discuss. If you want that, go to protectyourchildonline.com. This is what we're looking at right now. And I'm putting the link in the chat as well. It's the sakuva.mykkajabi thing. That's like the full link. But Protect Your Child Online will take you straight to that. And you can go to protectyourchildonline.com, and then you can join in, and you'll see everything that you get for $27 a month. And this is what I was talking about before, the mom support group for protecting your kids online. So a personal hub for discussing key topics, sharing useful tips, digital challenges, exchange ideas, find encouragement, virtual sessions. Like I said, we're bringing in someone who either works in Roblox, a mom who plays Roblox, a teen who plays Roblox, a mom who has kids on Roblox. And then you and anyone else that decides to join will be inside of this virtual chat and roundtable. Another thing we'll be doing is screen-free weekends, like certain challenges quarterly, social media safety sprints, a book club, that whole thing. So you can see all the testimonials from the parents that have worked with me before and what they're saying. Who am I? Where I've been featured in? Why should you listen to me? That whole 9 yards is on the page. You can learn more about me. You should Google me. Never take like some random person advice from the internet. Make sure that you trust me, that you feel safe, because this is something that's dealing with your child, and you want to make sure that you're making the best decision for you. And of course, you can join and leave at any time. It's like whatever you want. Okay, so that is how you can work with me one-on-one. You can get a complimentary thing, right? Oh, thank you. Yes, take a deep breath now. Yes. My main goal is to provide you peace of mind and support along the way, because doing this is very, very terrifying. It's very confusing. It's very, very stressful. You have a lot on your plate. So having people who know about this, who've been through it, to help you is really important. So I am tapping into my network of phenomenal, phenomenal parents who know about tech, who know about social media, who know about gaming, who've experienced that, went through hell and back to protect their kids on these apps, even if they're not technical, or even if they are technical. I'm bringing them to you because I believe that I have a responsibility to bring the people that know about Roblox, that know about Minecraft, that know about Fortnite, that know about TikTok and Instagram and Omegle and all these crazy apps and things that your kids are on. So it's very important. Go ahead there if you want that. Okay. So I talked about alternative games for your kids. Oops. I keep moving this tab. Okay. So I'm going to share this tab instead. So let's just say your kid is on Roblox. Okay. And you want to have a different game for them. So you said, okay, thanks for giving me all of the resources to protect my kids on Roblox, but I want a different resource. I'm not with this game. It's pissing me off. It's annoying me. I really hate it. I'm worried all the time. I'm sick to my stomach. I don't know what to do. I need a different game. And by the way, you can make Roblox so they cannot communicate with anyone. They only can go to certain groups. So again, check the beginning of the chat for those links. I also will put it in the comments below. If I forget, just let me know. I will send you the link. Okay. Don't fret. I'm here to help you out. Okay. So this is Common Sense Media. You probably know them from TV reviews and game reviews, but they have a way for you to decide what game is safe for your child. So let's just say, let's go to the example of the mom who had an 11-year-old daughter. We talked about it in the beginning. She had a daughter that was playing Roblox, and let's just say that she now wants to make sure that her child is on a completely different game. She could go to Common Sense Media here and say, hey, I have an 11-year-old, okay? And her 11-year-old was on a Windows computer. Let's say a Windows computer. I mean, she was on a tablet, but I don't see the thing right here for tablet. So let's just say she's on a Windows computer. And then you can decide, okay, content limits. I don't want any violence. I don't want any language. I don't want any intimate things. And I do not want any substance issues, right? So we take those and we say none for all of them. Okay. And then you can have a nickname, like let's just say her nickname is Sarah, right? You can save those preferences if you want. You can add another child if you want. And here you can scroll down and you can say, okay, here are the different games that are safer for your child within your content limits, meaning the age range is 10 to 12 years old. The platform's window, the content limit is basically nothing. Okay, you don't want any, not nothing, but you have a ultimate limit, not nothing. And then over here, it'll say, okay, here are the games that your child can play. And then it will give you reviews from parents and kids themselves. It gives you some family game night things. A lot of them have language or violence or whatever. So let's just say we do Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? You can do what is popular with parents that they like, some free online games for kids. And remember, anytime there's educational games. So say you don't want the regular game, you want something that's a little bit more on the educational side. You can go over here. And I'm going to put, did I put in the, yes, I put in the chat. This is the link. Where is it? Why is it not showing? Oh, there it is. It's showing. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, so that is where you can go for alternative games for your kids. Another thing for alternative games is something called Taming Gaming. Taming Gaming. Let me share the screen. Let's share this tab instead. And you can go here and find other alternative games for your kids. All right. So let's go back to Roblox. So let's just say that you have decided that you're going to keep Roblox, or you're going to keep whatever game that your kid is on right now. How do you add better parental controls? So let's go into these two ways that you can do it. Mozilla has a great article step by step on protecting your kids on Roblox. And again, the links for this are all the way up in the chat. I put it here, okay? And I also can put it in the comments below. So if you're watching the replay, you can get these links as well. Okay, so this is, let me make this bigger because it's a little small, to be honest. And I can barely read it. And if I can barely read it, then I know you can barely read it. Okay, so this is from 2022, which is like, I mean, you know, it's like last year, but it's still pretty up to date. So they give you some parental controls. Oh, they actually talked about taming gaming. Okay, cool. So Tammy Gaming is another resource that I just talked about. They talked about it before. They talked about it too, so that's really good. It gives you how to set up a parental PIN. So when this setting is enabled, the PIN must be provided before changing the setting. So if you are worried that you're going to add Roblox safety settings and your child is going to change it, you can have a parental PIN. I suggest that you do a PIN that your child does not know. Like, don't put their birth year backwards or forwards of them or their brother or sister or anybody else. Make it so that it's harder for them to guess, and then store it in a password manager like 1Password. If you're getting confused with anything I'm saying right now and you're like, what are you talking about? Just go to protectyourchildonline.com, join the mom support group, join the Protect Kids Online membership, learn more about that. I put it in the comments. It's protectyourchildonline.com. Okay. Next is you can have allowed experiences. So let's just say that you have a child under the age of 9 years old, okay? Or you want, yeah, so they have different types of allowed experiences. They have all ages, which is suitable for everyone. You can have the highest one where it's suitable for ages 9 and older, or suitable for ages 13 and older. Please make sure that you're selecting this if you want to make sure that your child experience is more safer, okay? You can choose the guidelines. Okay, so let's say you do not want your child to join some random game that you don't know from some random stranger. You can put that your child cannot join a server, a private server, unless it's from friends or nobody or that type of thing. You can also do spending restrictions if you're concerned that your child will spend a lot of money on Roblox and you did not say that they can do that. So you can put a limit to that. You can put spending notifications if you feel like they're going to go overboard, even though you said only to spend $25 or whatever, and they will spend a little bit more. Okay. There's a new chat feature. There's voice chat. You can, anyone in close proximity, you can turn it over. You can turn it off. Make sure your child's age is correct in Roblox, because that's what tends to make the most problems, is that your child's age on Roblox may be your age or their sibling's age, and their sibling is like 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old. And that means that the content that your child is seeing on Roblox is not the content that they should be seeing, because they're not that age. So you can change your child's age on Roblox if you feel like, oh my God, I put the wrong age. How do I change it? You can change it. Okay. There are some steps to it, but you can change it if you go to their website or you download my free guide. Or let me see if I can put it in the chat right now. If you want to change your child's age, you can put what in the chat if you feel like your child's age may be incorrect. Because a lot of times I see parents, when you're creating your child's online accounts, what you typically do is you create it as if it's your account and you're giving your kids access to it, which is beautiful and great and amazing. But what happens is, with games that are particularly for kids, it will curate your experiences based off of your age. And so if Roblox is thinking you're 35-year-old, you're a 35-year-old or a 45-year-old, they're going to be giving you experiences that are a little bit more mature. Let's see. Chat setting, account restrictions. So Roblox has a parental guide. Here it is. Copy. Okay, paste it. This is something that I put inside of the free guide. Share this tab instead. Okay, so you can go here. This is the Roblox parental guide, and you can see what safety features are available to you within Roblox. Okay, you can, let's see, you can see what your child is doing on Roblox. You can look at some of the scams that are happening. You can add account restrictions like we talked about, notifications like we talked about. And there are a lot of things over here. Mostly I would stick to the account settings and the parent safety and moderation. I'm trying to find the link about, oh yeah, here it is. Okay. And then here is seeing what your child is doing on Roblox. Okay. And then on the side, you'll see age appropriate design code, guiding and upcoming, like this is for Roblox developers, but safety and civility. Let's see, unblock another user. There's parental guidance. There's a lot, there's a lot of things. Okay. So all of the 7 links that you need directly, I just put it in my guide, but I would go step by step. The first thing I would do is check your child's account to make sure it's your child's information and maybe your email. Make sure that their username does not have their full name on it. It is a gamer tag. You're not putting your child's name. So if your child's name is Anthony, you don't have Anthony 24. You want to make sure that it is a gamer tag, and you can come up with that with your kids. Okay. So there's a couple of things that you can do. Let's see. Going back to the guide. Okay, let's share this tab instead. So for the Common Sense Media guide, that goes, it's basically like the ultimate guide for protecting your kids on Roblox. Where's the link? I put it all the way up here. Okay, here's the link for that. When you go over here, it explains to you what Roblox is, right? Roblox essentially is many different games in one game. So when you're allowing your kid on Roblox, you're not just allowing them on one game. There are many different types of game, which is why you always have to look into the parental controls, which I would go straight to, are there parental controls? Okay. Is there a chat? Is it safe? You can figure out how to add restrictions on the chat. Okay. And then it gives you a full review on Roblox here. And it gives you things that you can do. And all the parents, what they say, and the kids are what they say about the game. All right. So there is a video that I saw from, I believe it's like the Today Show. And they were explaining things that are happening on Roblox. And I wanted to watch it together so that we can possibly give you, or I can give you some tips as we're watching along the way. So Country String says, yes, I have stage 4 cancer and I've seen things that I am certainly concerned about. I'm praying for your healing. Thanks so much for being here. She says she uses her phone, Android phone. Okay. So Android phone has a little bit more, like you can look at Google Family Link for like just different controls in general. But of course you would have to look directly into her phone to see like, okay, what's going on? Talk to her about what she's doing on Roblox, what is she seeing, what is she like on Roblox, what is she not like on Roblox. This goes into my tips on how to protect your kids. I have a guide. Where's my guide? Where's my guide on tips? Okay, let me bring this. Okay, so when your child is playing online, and we'll go over this before we watch the video. We'll watch the video and then we'll end for today because I didn't want to make this too long, but I wanted to make sure that you got the support that you need. Zakia says, yes, Family Link is good. We use it. Yes, it's very good. I highly suggest that you use it. And yeah, I highly suggest you use it. Let's see, share screen, free resource library. Okay, so when you get your free resource library, if you have not, just go to the chat. I put it in here, how to sign up. Where is it? Get your free resource library. It's right here. When you go to the free resource library, you scroll down, there is a guide that says first 10 steps to protecting your kids online. This goes, and I promise you, this is for you if you have kids on Roblox. This is not me digressing. This is me like giving you exactly what to do. Okay. Because if your kids are talking to strangers on Roblox or they're getting themselves into situations that are not good for them, that are not safe for them, then you have to start implementing what I call the first 10 steps to protect your kids online. I don't know if I should say I called it. Country Strong says, I downloaded Life 360. Life 360, I know a lot of parents that have downloaded it and they found like this is great and it works for them. The only thing is, because my background is in cybersecurity awareness and threat intelligence, I hesitate to recommend Life 360. The reason being is because they've had some security and safety issues. And because of those security and safety issues, and I've talked about them a little bit more on, and I know we're digressing a little bit, but not really, honestly, in a video breaking down some of what's happening with Life 360 and why I don't recommend them. I hope that they get their security back up again. Like I really, really do hope so, because millions of parents use them, but they've gotten themselves into some precarious positions in the last year or so. So this is the video I did about Life 360's dangerous problem. And what I'll do is I'll copy it and I'll put it in the chat, and anyone who has Life 360, you can watch this video if you want to. And if you're like, okay, if I can't use Life 360, what is a different one? You can use Microsoft Family Safety. that's another alternative to Life 360, especially if you have kids that game online, they're on Roblox, they're on Minecraft. Microsoft Family Safety is pretty good. And I made a video breaking down different parental control options that I recommend. So go back here. The best parental control apps that not conscious parents. I made a video here and you can watch that. And I listed the Microsoft Family Safety right here at 2:40. Okay, it's like how long is a 7-minute video? Yeah, not too long. Country Song says her cell phone shuts off now at 8 p.m. That's actually really, really good. So if you want to protect your kids online and you want to make sure that they're not having certain conversations as much as possible, you can't control everything, but you can do as much as you can, making sure that they're not allowed to have, or making a rule that they're not allowed to have their phone in the bedroom, to shut off the phone at 8 p.m., to only play games outside until they reach like the maturity level where they got their first job, they're driving by themselves, they're able to meet their friends at the mall or whatever at the park by themselves, then that's a different story. But when they're really young, then you want to make sure that you have those things set in place. So going back to the first 10 steps to protecting your kids online, if your kids are on Roblox or online games, you want to take these steps to protect them. So these are the 10 steps at a glance. We don't have to go through all of them. This is a 17-page paper and you're not here for this. I know, I'm so sorry. Every time I talked about this a lot. It's not just Life 360, by the way. There are like 40 other apps that parents use that have not been found to have good security and safety. And I talked about them a bit on this channel, and some of the videos like went super viral, at least on Instagram. On YouTube, not so much. I'm still building my community here on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you love this content or you want more of protecting your kids online. But it's my absolute pleasure for that video. I love what I do, but I did not enjoy making that video, only because it just, I don't like calling people out. It's just uncomfortable. And I just hope that these companies get their security together. So that's why I create content, because there's not a lot of people in this space, period, but especially people who have a background in security and safety and privacy. And so I'm just a little bit more cautious about what I recommend you download for your kids in terms of tech. And so if you're listening to me and you're confused, how do I begin? Remember, I have this free safety guide. I put it in the chat as well. Or you can go to protectyourchildonline.com and look into the mom support group that I started under the Protect Kids Online membership. Set up your one-on-one call with me that's complimentary. Join the Facebook group, all the things. Like, you can do that. So the first 10 steps to protecting your kids online, number 1 is playing the game with them. And again, we're just going to scroll through this because it's a 17-page paper and I go really in depth. As you can see, I wrote a whole thing. I wrote a letter to you. I love writing letters. I wrote a letter to you to help you understand why I'm giving you these steps this way. The first thing is to play the game with your child. So if your child is on Roblox, they're on Fortnite, they're on Minecraft, most likely they're on Roblox because you're here today, you clicked on this, you're watching, you're engaged. That means your kids are on Roblox. Play the game with them. That's one of the best ways to protect your kids. I know, and I'm so sorry that I started off this video saying put parental controls, but that is very, very important. But the real foundation, honestly, that most people don't want to hear is that you have to connect with your child's love of gaming, understand their point of view, have conversations based off of their experiences, understand why they're doing certain things. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, the mom who found out her 11-year-old child was talking to a grown man on Roblox, and she thought, the daughter thought, that she was talking to a guy her age that was like maybe 12 years old or 13 years old, but this was an older guy. And she thought, oh my God, let me delete Roblox. She couldn't figure out how to delete Roblox on the tablet. And so she decided to take her child's tablet away. Then she finds out her child, all this time when the tablet was taken away, mom was breathing a sigh of relief, thinking, oh my God, thank God, like my child is not on these online games anymore. And then she finds out that her child is still talking to the stranger on Roblox. The child just signed into Roblox on a different device from a friend's device at school. And so when we're talking about Roblox safety or gaming safety, yes, there are times that you have to take away the device. There are times that you have to delete the game. But the most important thing is for you to understand why your child is doing what they're doing, and that your child feels comfortable talking to you about whatever's going on in their life. Country Strong says, you're the only one I found. I appreciate you so much. Oh my God. Hopefully you find more. There are many amazing, like, that's what I'm bringing other experts in this field together. So we have these conversations in the Protect Kids Online membership. So like, I'm so happy you found my page. I'm so happy you're here. I appreciate you just as much. So absolutely. And if you have friends and family members that would appreciate this content, invite them over to my YouTube, my Instagram as well. I post a lot of times on Instagram all the time. I'm on YouTube like once a week, maybe twice a week, but I'm on Instagram basically every single day. And then of course the membership, I'm there like every single day as well, literally. I'm like always replying to emails and texts and all that type of stuff. But the second thing is social media sync. We're going to skip that. We're not talking about social media today, but basically getting to know their digital environments. YouTube, if they're on YouTube, you connect with them on YouTube. 4 is the open door policy. Like, I'm always open to chat with you. And then no matter what you tell me, I'm going to love you. I am not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to think anything less than you. I'm always going to be there for you. And then you have to actually meet that. So when they tell you something, or when you see something on Roblox or a chat or who they're talking to, you remain what I call the 3 C's. You remain cool, you remain calm, you remain collected as much as possible, as hard as it is. And even if you mess up, so to speak, and you yell or you scream or doors slam or whatever it is, you know what? That's life. Okay. You just come back and you say, I'm sorry. I was upset. I was worried. I was scared for you. I was terrified. I felt like I was failing you. And that's why I lashed out. That's why I yelled. I don't know how always to express what I'm saying in this, like what I feel in this moment. And so I'm so sorry that I did that. And then you go right back on track. And that actually really helps you repair the relationship as much as possible in that moment. So you have to make sure that your child feels like it is my parent and I against the world versus my parent and I against each other. Because when it comes to online games, you don't want to do a short-term solution. You want to help them feel safe with themselves, number one, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-assurance, self-love, healthy boundaries within themselves with other people, right? And then the second thing is that you want them to feel safe with you so that they can talk to you, they can open up to you. So no matter what happens in the game, no matter what things go wrong or right, that you are there with them and that you're doing this together. You're figuring out a solution together. And sometimes, to be honest, if you have a child that is like super freaking sneaky, and even though you put all of the Roblox parental controls that we just talked about today, and they're still finding ways to talk with a stranger or meet somebody online or share information or share pictures or share stories that are compromising to them. And you're like, how do I get them to understand this? There are many different ways. There are certain internet safety games. If your kids are younger, I can talk about that later. Let me know, type 2 in the chat if you want those internet safety games to teach your kids. But sometimes, especially when you're talking about teenagers, a lot of times they're going through something emotionally that they're running away from, or they're trying to figure out themselves in those moments. And so when they're talking to a guy online or they're talking to a girl online, it's not, or just someone online, it's not that they're talking to a stranger. They're talking to someone that they've actually developed a friendship with. I'm not even saying they think that they developed, they in actuality have developed a friendship with this person, or they developed romantic feelings for this person. So it's very difficult for you to protect your child if you're not understanding how they view their world and then going into the world, no matter how excruciating it is, with them. And to just be there with them and let them be able to talk to you and tell you what they're going through and what is happening in the game. Because if that is not happening, then it's going to be so much more challenging to protect your kids on Roblox and any other game. This goes for every single game. This is why I talk about like a holistic way of protecting your kids online, because they will find a way again around parental controls. But you know what is so much more harder to find a way from? They'll never want to find a way around it, is their relationship with you. At the end of the day, human beings, your kid, you and I, we crave love, we crave connection, we crave understanding, we crave belonging, and we crave feeling like we're enough and that we're appreciated. And so if the person that they're talking to online makes them feel appreciated and loved and connected and they feel belonging with them, whether it's one person or a group of people that they met online or Roblox, then that is important to them. So making them understand that you understand how important that is, even if you don't get it. Like when I'm talking about this, you don't need to understand everything about Roblox. You don't need to understand everything about anything that your child is doing. All you have to do is just be there and listen to them and hold space for them and ask them questions and get curious. You do not need to be an expert in Roblox. You do not need to be an expert in any of those things. The only thing that you have a responsibility for is you're creating a safe space for you, for your own emotions. So that gives you the pathway to create safe spaces for your kids' emotions. And so this is what I talk about, and I can go for hours on this. I'm not going to. I'm going to pause here. But this is what we talk about in the mom support group. This is what we're going to talk about our first meetings in 2 weeks. This is what we talk about in the Protect Kids Online membership. This is what the safe method is about. The safe method is what I developed to help you protect your kids online. It's safe spaces, accountability, fun, and empathy. Those are the 4 main steps to protecting your kids online. I show you how to do that in the membership. And then once we start our mom support group calls in 2 weeks, that is what we're going to go over as well, protecting your kids on Roblox and other games. So if you want to join us, you want a group, you want a discussions, you want expert-led chats and roundtables and resources and tips and personalized support, they go to protectyourchildonline.com. And I'll put the link again in the chat. If you want it, invite your friends, invite your family members. It's like, honestly, it's freaking awesome. And then you can hear from other parents that have learned from me and that are part of the Protect Kids Online membership about their experiences as well. It's $27 a month. Join, leave at any time. It does not matter. I'm confident that you're going to want to stay. And I really, really look forward to having a conversation with you. So I'm going to put it in the chat as well. Country Strong says, ooh, I didn't see this. That's what I found. My girl thought she was talking to a 12-year-old and he was 43 years old. I don't do social media and my kids don't either. I have YouTube only. I have to act like her. And he told me, oh, wow. I'm so happy that you caught that. This is exactly what I'm talking about, is that when your kids are on social media, when your kids are on online games, when they're connecting with people, they may be connecting with someone who's truly their age, or they may be connecting with someone who's much older than them, someone who's trying to get information from them or trying to meet them, like you said. And the reason why I started what I do is because I was 18 online and I had different scary situations happen to me as a kid. And that's what fuels my passion for what I'm doing today. And I ended up growing up and, of course, and getting into cybersecurity and threat intelligence in corporate. And then I left corporate and now I'm full time in helping you, parents like you, protect your kids online. So what you just said rings very, very close to me and my story and what I went through and what hundreds and hundreds of parents that I've talked to went through. And that they've talked to me. Like I've talked to thousands of parents, but in terms of like personally, like one-on-one, like knowing their story intimately, hundreds of parents who have went through the same thing are going through the same thing right now. So you're absolutely not alone. And that literally exactly is why I started the Mom Support Group, because I realized that I'm posting things on, I know you said you're not on YouTube, Instagram, but I'm posting things online, on social media, on YouTube. And sometimes it's just not always the best, not enough. Like it's really, really great. And I pray that everyone who's here, you use the resources we talked about today, whether it's the Common Sense Media one, whether it's the Mozilla one, whether it's my own personal resources. And in full transparency, I've worked with Common Sense Media before and Mozilla before. We've done projects, well, not with Common Sense Media, but with Mozilla, I've done that. And then I did a little campaign with Sensical, which is a part of Common Sense Media. And that is an alternative app to not protecting your kids, but if your kids are on YouTube or your kids are on TikTok and you want an alternative app, I would suggest Sensical. If you want something that's different. Yeah, it's very, very scary. So I highly suggest that you join the protectyourchildonline.com. And then let's see, Sensical. And then you look at certain alternative things that you can use for your kids. So if you're really confused about YouTube and you're like, I need something else to not protect my kids, but to make sure the content is good, then you can go here. As you can see, my 1Password thing keeps coming up because I have 1Password. But you can sign up for Sensical's newsletter. You can get age-appropriate content. Where did they say? Where's the TikTok one? They have big kids. They say up to 10 years old, but actually there's content up to 13 years old that you can use. Unconscious Song says, I had her cell all summer, which is good. Okay, so you said you had her cell all summer, so you're able to see like what was going on in the chats that she was having, which can provide you a lot of insight. So if you ever see, like if you have your child's phone and you see something, being able to have that conversation with your child, and if you decide to join the membership, we can have that one-on-one call, and then we can go over like what exactly can you do to protect your child, what are the first steps to take. Again, we had this first step thing, so if you want that this free PDF, then I put the link here. Where did I put the link? I don't even know anymore. It's oh, right here. Get your free resource library. It says get your free resource library, and you can get the first 10 steps. But that's the first 10 steps. So if you have your child's phone, if you don't have your child's phone, if they're on Roblox, they're not on Roblox, go into this list and find out what's the first step that you need to take. If your kids are playing online games, start with this. If you're more worried about social media, start with 2. If you're more worried about YouTube, start with 3. And then after that, every single thing is everyone should do that. You should definitely 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like do that to protect your kids online, because that's really, really important. You see, yes, that's how I found out. I'm so happy that you found that out, because the quicker that you're able to figure out something, if they're acting suspiciously, if they're trying to hide their phone, if they get grumpy when you tell them to leave alone something, or they have to delete an app and they're having an absolute fit, like those things will give you red flags or warnings that something is happening. And it's my absolute pleasure always. So any questions before we watch this video? I think it's from the Today Show, and then we're going to head on out. Oh yeah, this is the sensical one. What was I saying? I said there's a TikTok. I don't know if they have it. Where is it? But anyways, this app also has an alternative to TikTok. So when you download the app, you will see YouTube videos, but also TikTok videos for your kids. And that way you can protect them on the game. So any questions for protecting your kids on Roblox, please let me know. I wanted to go over this news story. The reason being is because I see these news stories all the time, and I want to break down basically how you can protect your kids. I did not watch this before. I typically don't like watching it before because I want to react with you, and then give you the advice. But I believe this is from a teen that found an inappropriate game on Roblox. Country Song says that was my red flag. And kudos to you for paying attention and knowing, because that's one of the biggest ways to figure out something is happening. Oh, let me take this link out. I didn't realize I still have the link. But that's one of the biggest ways to figure out that something is happening. Okay, so let's watch this video. Default view. No, what is that? Theater mode? Yeah, okay. Theater mode. Let's share this screen and then watch that together. And then I'll give the resources again, and then we're going to end. Okay. So type 1 in the chat if you can hear what's going on.
This is Roblox, the wildly popular online platform with more than 43 million daily users who both play and create games on their own. And while its bright colors and block-like avatars may appear kid-friendly, some users, like 17-year-old Brianna Toms, say Roblox be anything but child's play.
It looked like a bedroom that I joined into, and then I saw morphs on the sides, and then it said like male and female, and then as soon as I clicked on like female, it had like their like chests and stuff, but they're naked.
What do you think about these types of spaces existing within where you just like to play games?
It's gross because, little kids can stumble upon it, and I don't think any parent wants to have that conversation when their kid's like 5, 6 years old.
Brianna is describing the first time she accidentally stumbled into a strip club on Roblox, or what's called a condo game or scented game.
Condo games are, from my understanding, very challenging to get to. And so there's a setting on Roblox where you only can accept links from friends or something like that, because you can be invited to certain games. This is not like publicly on Roblox because they're not going to allow it. Roblox said that when they find these condo games or games that are inappropriate for kids, they try to shut it down immediately. Now, the only thing is, because Roblox is so big and there are millions and millions and billions of users, it's difficult to shut something down immediately, which is why you want to have content restrictions on Roblox so your kid does not accidentally come across these games. When I was reading the comments, a lot of people were like, there's no way, and I can't confirm this really, but there's no way someone can accidentally download a game. I believe that there is if you are in a place where people are sharing links to games like condo games or inappropriate games. Typically, those are shared outside of Roblox or even within Roblox as well. One way that is shared is Discord. So if your kid is playing online games, they may be getting some of these links from Discord. And I made a video on protecting your kids on Discord. So while this video plays, I'll send you a link to that. Most likely your child is on Discord. If you're not sure, ask them, like, do you know what Discord is? And essentially, if you're not familiar with Discord, it is basically a text, a voice, and a video app where your kids can connect with other people with invite links only. I've been on Discord since 2015. It was mostly for gamers, but since the pandemic, a lot of people have been on it for like study groups or like special interest, or even companies are using it. So I'm a part of the YouTube Shorts program for creators. We are on Discord. So there are just many different type of Discord servers. So think of it like social media, but in a more not controlled setting, but in a more invite only setting. That's essentially what it is. So these games are not super easy to come across, because if they are, then you would see them a lot more. However, there are people who had friends that had direct links to these games and were sending it to other friends, which is most likely what happened to this girl. Unfortunately, she had to see something that was honestly very inappropriate and most likely traumatizing.
Are user-created X-rated digital experiences where players can remove their avatar's clothes, make them simulate lewd acts, and even accessorize them with adult toys. Brianna says she found the game through a third-party chat platform for gamers. And
okay, so that's what I thought. It's if your kids are on other sites that are connected, then you need to be aware of this type of stuff.
Told her mother about what she saw.
What was your first reaction?
I was appalled. I couldn't believe it.
According to its community standards, Roblox does not allow sexual content or activity of any kind. And it doesn't believe condo games are widespread because of its stringent safety system in place to help monitor the platform. In a statement to NBC News, Roblox says, in part, on the rare instances where we find or are pointed to people or content that violate our rules, our moderators swiftly remove it and take other strong actions. It is misleading to suggest such isolated instances reflect the family-friendly Roblox experience. While most condo games disappear just as quickly as they appear, experts consider each one a battle in Roblox's long-running shadow war against technology.
This is basically a game of whack-a-mole, whereby every single time they try to take down one or two different games, 12 to 20 get popped back up within a matter of minutes.
Jeff Haynes, who serves as senior editor of video games at Common Sense Media, says developers constantly find new ways to bypass Roblox's moderation system, potentially exposing kids to predators who offer online currency that's part of Roblox.
Kids who are playing Roblox want Robux. With the offer there, potential a predator saying, hey, I'll give you Robux for XYZ, or if you come into this game, you can earn Robux. Is that a concern for parents?
Absolutely. There are plenty of reports where predators have offered kids Robux to check out a game, check out this site.
Roblox says it has zero tolerance for predatory behavior, adding, quote, we specifically monitor for and block chat behavior that indicates an attempt to bring a player off our platform. Still, condo games might be easier to find than you'd think. 17-year-olds Alex and David, who asked us not to use their last names, fearing for their safety, run a popular Twitter account which reports the latest Roblox news to its nearly 250,000 followers. They say other accounts on social media lay out roadmaps to these dark corners.
There will generally be these short, quick, snappy videos that get your attention. They'll be like, oh, join this game at this link, and it will be hidden under a different name.
Pretty much just masking the name and looks of it just to fool the moderation system. So Roblox will take longer to find the needle in the haystack.
Brianna even showed us just how quickly she could find a condo game, again, using a third-party chat platform.
That's Discord, by the way.
Morph into,
so the thing that the screenshot that they just showed is from Discord, and I added a Discord safety link. Discord also has more parental controls available on the platform. So I know they couldn't mention Discord because they're a news channel and they probably just, I don't know, but That's Discord. That's a screenshot of Discord. So I highly recommend that you check out my Discord safety video, and Country Strong, it is in the chat right now.
Like boobs, other parts. See, I'm getting followed around by one of them.
Oh, wow.
2 of them.
Much of this game too inappropriate for us to show.
Yeah, it's not a good place.
Despite these disturbing images, it doesn't have to mean game over when it comes to playing Roblox, but it does mean staying vigilant.
To report what you see, come to mom and dad. Kids are a lot smarter than what we think they are. I'm hoping they do the right thing, and I'm hoping the parents do the right thing as well.
Now, Roblox tells us it works continuously to improve its safety system, that moderation system we talked about. It includes a 24/7 team of thousands across the world who are working to take these down.
So, Savannah, what do parents do to make sure they keep their kids safe? Are there any safeguards or settings you can put on this?
Absolutely. We've actually got a lot of tips for parents because the idea here is not just to scare you. So we spoke to experts. The first one is you got to know a little bit about Roblox yourself.
Have you ever tried it? It is so difficult. I play with
know.
my kids and I'm bumping into walls. It's,
No, I know. And you don't need to know how to play
No,
it
you don't.
necessarily, because I know it is hard. I can't do it either. But just how it works, understand, sit with your kids, see how it is that they're
Exactly.
clicking into games, what their home pages look like, that type of thing.
Play it with
Another
them.
big tip, disable the chat function within Roblox. This is going to make it much harder for a stranger to make contact with your
so
child.
happy you're saying this. I didn't even know there was a chat function.
Yeah.
I'm being completely honest. So, but doesn't Roblox monitor its chat feature?
They do, and that's something that they absolutely want parents to know. So they use software filters on that internal chat feature, which does not allow what they say the sending of images or video via chat or one-on-one user interactions. And for users under the age of 13, it's also going to block what they call personally identifiable information. So that's phone numbers, addresses, things like that.
What about parents who want to go even further? Is there anything else they can do?
There absolutely is. So with Roblox, you can set a pin actually to protect your settings. So here's the thing. A predator could say to your child, hey, go in and change your settings so that then they're able to do more than what you want them to do. But if you set that pin and your kid doesn't know it, then they're not going to be able to change any of those settings and it can remain in place. And again, Roblox is doing a good job.
Yeah, because she may have been invited on a different platform. I'm so happy that you saw this video because she may have been invited on a different platform outside of Roblox, like Discord, like a different chat, a chat app that she downloaded. It could have been on the phone. It could have been on the computer. So because she has Android, look at Google Family Link. If anyone watching, you have kids on iPhone, look at Apple Family Sharing. If you have a Windows computer, look at your Windows, your Microsoft Family Safety. There are different ways to figure out how to make sure that your kid is safe on these games.
But taking these down as soon as they see them, the problem is just that they pop up a lot.
And should you, I mean, maybe be in the room while your kid is playing that?
Yes, it's a good idea too. The experts said that if you have this gaming going
If you're
on
able to do
in
that,
a room
it's
where you
good.
can see and hear it because nobody's talking to your child that way, it's a little bit better.
I have it on both of my phones. Can you put those settings
I
on?
know, right? I
If
will.
your kid's playing and they see something that's a little...
Tell you, communication so important.
Yes.
You want to
Very
make sure that
good.
your child knows that they can come to you if they see something like that.
Right, and they know that you're not going to take away their devices if they tell you something. Now, I'm not saying that there are times that you cannot take away, like there aren't times that you have to take away the devices, but be sure that when you're doing that, you're talking to them about why it's happening, if they're ever going to get it back, what behaviors you want them to exhibit, and then also praising them for talking to you. Like if you have to do it, you have to do it, but make that the absolute last resort, because you don't want to teach your kids that if I open up to my parents about what happened or something that was traumatizing, I will lose access to the one thing that connects me to the world, the one thing that brings me a lot of joy after school, the one thing that I can use to escape, hopefully healthily, not too much, but with the things that go on in their regular lives. Because we often forget that kids have stresses too. They have trauma too. Childhood trauma comes from, things that happen in your childhood. So the trauma that they're going to have to work through for the rest of their lives are happening right now in their lives. And so being aware of that and being conscious of that and being that safe space where they can come talk to you and they're not afraid that you're going to yell at them, scream at them, or take away their devices without having some sort of steps before it gets to that point in terms of taking away the devices, not yelling and screaming, but taking away the devices, then they're not going to feel comfortable talking to you and they will become sneakier and they will figure out how to get internet from the neighbor's internet or download a game on their cousin or their their friend from school's devices. So they will become sneaker, and you do not want that, which is why I created the mom support group. Again, go to protectyourchildonline.com or the link that I put in the chat for that, because we'll have a discussion about protecting your kids on these games.
Not just going to get in trouble.
What an eye-opener.
It's very good.
Savannah,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that was it. I wanted to share that because it's helpful to get the visuals of how these things happen and the biggest worries that you may have. We went through a lot in this chat. So if there's anything that you need support with, that you need help with, I highly suggest that you go to protectyourchildonline.com, because we'll be having that Roblox safety chat in the mom support group and bringing in people who have experiences in this and expertise in this together to have a conversation with you and other moms. If you know friends and family members that have kids on Roblox or social media or gaming, because this month is going to be about Roblox, but next month is going to be about social media. So TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat, we're going to be talking about that next month. And the month after that, closer to what's it, October, November. So around late November and December, we'll be talking about device safety, because now it's most people in my audience, they celebrate Christmas and they're giving gifts, or it's like the new year and there are deals and you're getting a new phone or a new tablet or something for your kids or a game for your kids. How do you set up good games? So all of that will be in the mom support group at protectyourchildonline.com. You can learn more about that. If you have any questions about the group, you're like, I'm not sure, just email me. At the end of the website link, there is frequently asked questions, and you can ask me questions there. Country Strong says, thank you. She realized what happened after speaking to her about what I found, and she's going through a lot with me having cancer. We're at a point where she comes to me now. I'm so happy that she's talking to you. I'm so happy that she feels like this. She can open up to you, because in this moment right now, the fact that she is opening up to you, the fact that she is talking to you, means that she trusts you enough to tell you what's going on. And that is invaluable. So these moments are like the most important moments for you. If they're coming to you to tell you anything, it's hard not to react to what they say, but think of it like they feel comfortable enough to talk to me. And so this moment is crucial and amazing. And because you're going through something as life-changing and as challenging as cancer, I highly suggest that you have a moment to connect with your child using like different type of therapy options, because it can be a mental toll, emotional toll, physical toll, spiritual toll on you to go through something like that, and also for your child. So I highly suggest, if you have the resources, the time, the money, the energy, to invest in some sort of therapy to help both of you connect a little bit even deeper, and then help her understand the impact of the things that she does online. Because she may be running away from some of the feelings she's having right now. There's so many teens who go through the same thing. We're all humans. We all can relate to that. Right now, we may be doing something that may not be healthy for us. It may not be that we're a 13-year-old talking to some stranger online and giving them our information, but we're doing something that is not great for us emotionally because we're going through something. And that's totally valid and that's totally normal. So when you join the Protect Kids Online membership, I have a lot of resources for that. But just right now, because I try not to take up too much time, I said 20, 30 minutes, but it's been an hour. But just right now, one therapy that I recommend is RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy. The second is Somatic Experiencing Therapy, to help you for what you're going through and for what your child is going through. I've taken it. Okay. I loved RTT. It's so good. And it's so, so helpful. So if you believe that, hey, there's a deeper issue happening here, and I want to be able to go through these moments in a way that's more healthy for both of us, I suggest that you look into both of these. So I'm going to give you the link. Again, I talk about this more in the membership. I bring people who are experts in this. I'm not an expert in there. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a social worker. I'm not any of those things. I'm just sharing you resources so you can talk to people who are licensed in this. So let me send you the link to that. And then I talk about it more in the membership. Yes, Snapchat. Yes. So next month, I have like a free event that I'm doing, a free virtual event, which I will be talking about a little bit more in the next coming weeks, like after September 20th, after our Roblox call, because one thing at a time. We will have 2 mom support group conversations around protecting your kids on social media. So we'll talk about TikTok, we'll talk about Snapchat, we'll talk about YouTube, we'll talk about Instagram, we'll talk about those things. Let me look at the therapy options real quick. I suggest it. Therapy is really challenging sometimes because you have to figure out You just have to figure out what works for you. So this is children and teens RTT. And then, well, this is basically what is RTT. What is RTT? And then this is what is somatic experiencing. These are the two things I talked about, and you can look into a little bit more. We don't have to go into too deep today, but for anyone who's interested where you feel like, there's a deeper problem, or there's a deeper thing that I want to work through with myself and my child as a parent, you should take RTT, rapid transformational therapy, or you should look into somatic experiencing therapy, because that would be really, really helpful. And get someone who's licensed in this. It's my absolute pleasure, as always. A country song says, I did not come at her like a bear, which is so important. That is so important. And by the way, if you mess up, you, anyone else, anyone watching, you mess up, you come at them like a bear. Remember, you're a human being. You have emotions. You are allowed to come back and say, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I shouldn't have acted that way. And that's life. That's okay. It's good that you come back and that you apologize. So you're totally fine. So I really, really appreciate you for being here with me. I'm live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have a bunch of videos that I've done in the last, I don't know how many weeks I've been going live, like every single week. Some weeks I went live twice. Actually, only 2 weeks I went live twice. But I go live all the time here. But I also have my membership that I've been talking about forever on this call. And if you are watching this and it's not September 20th and you're like, gosh, I missed the Roblox call, it doesn't matter. We're recording the call. And we're going to have calls every single month. And the mom support group is going to transform and expand to the people that are inside of it, to whoever is there, what they want, what you're requesting, because my main goal is to make sure that you have the support that you need to tap into my network, to bring people together, because it does take a village not only to raise a child, but most especially everything dealing with a child, especially digital parenting and digital safety and digital wellness and privacy and digital literacy. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's very challenging to keep up with. And so the mom support group, a part of the Protect Kids Online membership, is for you. So if you want that, go to the website that is on the screen. I appreciate you so much for being here. Invite your friends and family inside of the membership. Again, it's $27 a month. You can join, you can leave at any time whatsoever. I am so excited to have you join. If you decide to join us, again, our call is in 2 weeks and we meet every single month. And I'm here to support you. Once you join in, set up your one-on-one call with me. It's complimentary. Usually these calls are like, what, $600? Yeah, but I'm keeping it like complimentary for the parents that join, which is only $27. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, I love doing what I do. Thank you for being here. Have an amazing night, and share this video with a friend or family member that needs to see this. Bye. Until next time.